Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Thursday, May 14, 2026. 41 degrees at 7:14 a.m. and I am your host, Vakamal, and I'm a sinner. And I am powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God, and the only thing we have to do is die. So how are we going to live today? And I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. Gracie! Gracie! Oh boy, it's no complaint Thursday. Been awake since about 2:30 a.m. And out here with the girls, there's that Ruthie, Peppers. It's getting colder as the day goes on. When we first woke up, it was 46 degrees actually, and now it's down to 41. And I figured that one out. The sky's blue, the sky's clear, the sun is rising. I don't know, this weather thing just boggles my mind sometimes, but that's my natural state, I think, anymore in this day and age. Gracie, can you look at the camera, honey? Did you know that you mind like a cat? Oh, all the girls were outside, and Max, and Else went to the door like she wanted to go out, but she didn't go out. So anyway, they've had their treat. They were pretty good about sticking around. Ruthie went somewhere, but she came back as soon as I tapped the plate to let them know the treat was ready. So she wasn't all that far away. I think they're hunting. There's a lot of birds in the yard. There are a lot of birds in the yard. And oh boy. But yeah, I woke up, I think, at 2:37. I fell asleep around 10 last night. And Else was with me. Most of the girls were. I think even Max came up. There's a sky rat circling around out there trying to get something. I don't know what it's after. I certainly never put anything out there that it would want to eat other than some cracked corn, which, to my knowledge, the sky rats generally do not eat that. But there are a lot of them out there, so there's something out there. Anyway, what little sleep I did get, I slept pretty good and had some dreams, but I don't remember them at this point. Oh boy, so where do we begin? Had some coffee, had some gruel. I've really cut back on the coffee since I've been drinking this Peruvian coffee, this dark roast I've been getting from Old Mill Coffee Roasters. I find I don't need to drink that much of it. Today I only made one of my I can make tea with that cup. It's got a little basket you put grounds in and pour boiling water in. And anyway, I didn't even make a French press carafe full because whatever it is, it's pretty high octane. And it don't take me much to get me through the day and half the night. It is supposed to reach nearly 60 degrees today, which I would be most welcome to see. And anyway, I don't know, it was a massive brain fart. Had my gruel. And I'm really looking forward to this day. Had a pretty good day yesterday, so we might as well just jump right into that. Yesterday's thumbnail, I believe, was Mama Margie. And Mama Margie was a dear, and we didn't get to spend enough time with her. And she showed up in the summer of 2010. Little tiny thing, long-haired little calico. Had no idea she was pregnant till she gave birth on September 10th to 4 beautiful babies, Max, Chloe, Mikey, and Gavin, whose original names were Max was Squanto, Chloe, I think, was half squat. Gavin was full squat. And Mikey was little Raz. And Margie was Mama, little Mama. And I had no idea how we were going to make it. I ended up keeping them all because I couldn't break up the set. And she was just beautiful. She was. And she was a teen pregnancy, as they called her at the vet's office, because she was barely old enough to get pregnant, but get pregnant she did. And she was a good mother. She would rest at the top of the stairs when all the kittens were with me, and she'd stand guard at the top of the stairs. Maxie started doing that. But she died from a disease called pyometra, I believe. It's an infection of the uterus that female cats and dogs get when they're not spayed. And normally it's something that don't happen until, they're 5 or 6 years old, from what the doctor told me. And she had emergency surgery on July 7th, 2000. Was it 11? And she didn't make it. And my dad was dying that year too. And I went out, I dropped Margie at the vet's office on my day off. Was working at Holiday Inn and cooking, and my only day off that week. And I went out to Dad's, and normally he'd be awake that time because he'd be up all night and then be up all morning and then sleep all afternoon and whatnot, and be up all night again. But as usual that summer, and trying to visit him when I could while I was working, because I worked afternoons when he was awake. But as usual, that didn't work out too good. And he had a bad night. And then when I was getting ready to go, he asked me to help my brother John put the sprinkler hose into the lake. And I did that. And by the time I got back to the vet's office, Mama Margie was dead. And I was very angry about that. I owed it to be with her, and I wasn't. John could have put that hose in the water just by himself just fine, and that just. But like all things involving family, if I don't do everything, I shouldn't say all things, but a lot of things, if I don't do what they say, I'm the bad guy. So Margie's buried out there right about where that yard light is. Sagey's buried there, as is Razzie. And anyway, I could go on and on about Margie, and those were tough times for us. I don't know how we made it. I honestly don't. I wasn't getting that many hours, but I gotta tell you, and we had, gathering them into the family, we already had 5 cats. We had Rascal, Tui, Blackie, Sage, and Elsie. And I don't know how we were making it. And I had 10 cats and making peanuts barely, just working part-time. And trying to find other work and just couldn't do it. But anyway, those are some of the best times in my life. We somehow made it, and I don't think my faith was ever stronger at any point in my life, even up till now, than it was back at that time. Oh, look, there's little Coke. Coke, did you come to see me? You want to come sit with me? So anyway, what else was I going to say about that? Oh, one more thing, and then we're going to take a little break, because I've been yammering a long time. There goes Gracie. Gracie! Yeah, this is how it was, When you'd get a raise at work, they'd cut your hours back, so you weren't really making any more money. So you got a raise, but you got less hours, so you made the same amount of money. Corporate thinking, corporate America. Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good morning either. After some cold, thin, watery gruel in our morning wake-up time, we did a lightweight workout. Did a little bit of a kettlebell workout. Did some push-ups. Did our stretching, neck and back exercises. Did a couple different kettlebell routines. Not my major workout that I do. And then I know I did domestic chores around here. I can't remember them all, but I went to Meijer. I forget what were we going there for? To check out good deals on used food, which I call the markdown stuff. You can go in there and get like meat that's normally ridiculous prices. Like their organic beef there, they charge like $12 a pound for the ground beef, and you can get it for 40 or 50% off when it's within a day or two of needing to be sold. So I go there and scout the aisles looking for deals like that. If I don't use it right away, I throw it in the freezer. But anyway, I picked up a few things. I can't remember right offhand everything. But when I was going out, I ran into someone I grew up and went to school with and graduated the same year, and he's a retired military guy, and we had a great chat. And the funny thing was, it was almost a year to the day we ran into each other last year, and he was doing pretty good, and we caught up on a lot of stuff, and I could still be there talking to him. That's just the way it is. It's always been when we'd run into each other. But yeah, that was nice to see Terry. His name's Terry. And we covered pretty much every conversation there was to cover. And then he ran into another vet that he knew. So I said I took that as my cue to leave, and went to Marine Market, picked up some eggs, came home. I scored some ground bison burger. Look at, there's Coke. There's Coke. You want to play with toys, baby girl? You want to get your favorite toy? That's your favorite one, and you don't want to play with that? All right. Anyway, I think I probably had a burger for lunch. I know I made some of my famous scrambled eggs with cottage cheese as second breakfast after the gruel. And cleaned a couple firearms, talked to Cousin Paul. While I was cleaning a couple of revolvers, I realized I needed a thing that holds the patch with the cleaning fluid. I got a Jag to ram them patches through with, but they're a pain to use when you want to do swabbing, because you got to push the thing through and then grab it and use it again. With the thing that holds the patch, it's like a slotted piece of brass. It's a piece of brass that's got a slot in it. You put the patch in, and you can run it back and forth. And anyway, so I drive to Dunham's to get one. They don't have one in the size I need. The only way to get one's to buy a $51 gun cleaning kit, and I already have all that stuff. So anyway, stopped over at Clem's to see if they had it, but they're strictly selling fishing tackle now. They used to sell all kinds of sportsman's type stuff, outdoor sportsmen. And came home again, talked to Cousin Paul for quite a while. Ended up talking to him a couple times yesterday. Hung out with the cats. It was cold, misty, and rainy. I did let them out again in the afternoon, and they were pretty good about sticking around. And read to them. And I don't know. Here we are. I know there was probably more things I wanted to mention and talk about, but maybe we will. We're hitting up on the 13, almost 14-minute mark, so maybe we'll just sit here for a minute and come back to close. Pretty dull and boring. All right, we are back for our closing segment. Is that you, Ruthie? Ruthie! She's watching those birds out there. There's a billion things I'd like to say, but I want to get rolling on with the day. Look at Coke up top. There's Coke. There's Gracie. Gracie! Gracie! Oh, what a pretty girl you are, Punch. There's Uncle Max. There's Uncle Mackie. And there's the princess. There's the princess. One more plate we gotta wash. Wash some dishes and shave. So anyway, a couple more items from yesterday. I did get a coat of polish on my boots. I've been needing that for a long time. Cleaned them off with a brush, and actually got 2 coats of polish on them. And it was Sushi Meyer at Wednesday yesterday, and I haven't gotten sushi there in quite a while, so I did get some sushi. And now that you know that, your life is complete. So, having said that, from the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, My broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, ungrateful soul. Piss off. Happy No Complaint Thursday, and thanks for not tuning in.